Hey guys, Ningen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we finally have the last member of the Bardock squad fully farmed up. Yet again, just like the Borgos yesterday, the drop rate was absolutely terrible for me, so I've literally only just finished leveling him up now. So Tora, a lot like the Great Ape version, is a support unit, so he is one of the ones I think that will probably make it onto more sort of like pay to play, I guess in air quotes, like teams. Like if you're running the actual summonable Bardock on a team with summonable units, you know, like using a mix of the low class warriors and revenge team, like the one that I've showed before with like TEQ Broly on it and stuff like that. He's one of the few, I think, free to play members of the Bardock squad that could actually make it onto some of those teams, because he is a very good support unit. So he gives all allies Ki +2 and attack and defense 30%, which is a very solid boost overall for a support unit. He does also have recovers 10% HP whenever HP is 70% or less, if there are 5 or more low class warriors category allies on the team. So that does mean most of the team. So obviously, depending on how you choose to build your team, like for example that low class revenge team that I showed the other day with the TEQ Broly and the Super Saiyan Bardock on it, I think just about has 5, because obviously it includes the friend, so that's 7 units in total. Actually no, because I bought Super Saiyan 2 Bardock as well, so technically that team only had 4. So he's only really going to get that when you run the actual proper Team Bardock team. But obviously now that we have finally done the last member, we are going to have that unit. So as soon as I've finished recording this will go up first, and then I will record a quick showcase of the actual full Bardock team. I'm assuming people will have him done already and have him set as a friend, because I'm sure people probably got a lot luckier than I did in terms of the drop rates. So I haven't been paying a huge attention to his attack stats so far, for the simple fact that the other thing we have not mentioned yet is he does infinitely stack attack and defense on Super. So of course he is another one of those free to play units which we seem to have been getting quite a lot of recently, that have this infinite stacking ability. It's one of the things that I think we talked about this in a previous video. I don't know if it was a Bardock Squad one or something else, but the events like Infinite Dragon Ball History and Legendary Goku event, like Legendary Goku event was like harkened as the hardest event in the game when it came out, but they've thrown out so many free to play units recently that infinitely stack their defense that it is like more than possible to complete the Legendary Goku event with a full free to play team. I mean, like Jay Fanta's done it on his channel, not just with a full free to play team and then like a summonable unit friend, which I think was the TEQ Trunks, but he's actually also done it with a LR Vegito Blue friend, meaning it is a full free to play team, just because there are so many units that infinitely stack attack and defense. So to me, like when an event can be done with a full free to play team, it's kind of hard to call it the hardest event in the game anymore. Obviously certain teams, don't get me wrong, will still struggle with it, but the majority of them not so much. So I'm trying to click through this as quickly as possible. It's kind of annoying that we got the transformation from Tora like back to back, because obviously the Great Ape Tora, he's a very good support unit on the team, but this is kind of annoying because obviously all the Bardock squad, once they awaken to their TUR forms, they gain the ability to turn into a Great Ape twice. So it's kind of funny that we literally got them back to back. So Great Ape Tora is ruining his base form counterparts showcase here by refusing to stay out of Great Ape form. So hopefully we won't get a third turn here, but I mean, I'm going to take advantage of it and just go ahead and deal as much damage to TN as we can. Now obviously we're going to talk about it more in the video for the actual LR, but the fact that the Team Bardock category includes all the Great Ape versions of them is obviously very, very good. I'm going to do a couple of different showcases of like the full free to play team, and then the team with its more variety of options, which includes the Great Ape units as well as the physical LR Bardock as well. Because obviously if you have him, physical LR Bardock is on the Team Bardock category, whereas the new summonable AGL Dokkan Fest one is not. And of course the physical LR is, you know, he's a summonable LR, so he's much better than the STR free-to-play one. Even at 55%, I would say he's a better choice for the team than the free-to-play one, Rainbowed. So I'm definitely going to be looking forward to trying out that team. But yeah, obviously this event we're doing at the moment, it's just a good one to jump in and showcase units, because obviously it doesn't cost any stamina, but it is one of the long style events, so we are going to be able to see this effect of Tora repeatedly stacking his attack and defense here. So yeah, defense we're at 56,000, that's not too bad for a free to play unit. So let's go ahead and get another stack off here and see what we can get up to. And then once Turles comes around again, we'll be able to see his best attack stats. So yeah, 600,000, considering he's already super attacked a few times, he's way below like everybody else that we've shown so far pretty much, but he is a support unit. So he also does super attack from 9 or more key, which is actually something I forgot to mention on some of the previous ones. I can't even remember which other one it is that does it, but a couple of the other ones actually do this as well. So let me open up their pages here, because yeah, I honestly don't remember which ones it is now. So we got, okay, yeah, Borgos does not. Farsha supers from 9 key or more. Bardock does not. And then what about our boy, the Lord Shugesh himself? Yeah, Shugesh does not. Okay, so it's just Farsha and Tora. Okay, so that is useful to know. Farsha is a very good one because obviously she gets her sort of main ability by being on a team with Bardock, which your team is pretty much always going to have a Bardock on it. Although I suppose, to be fair, that's only for changing key spheres, but that's going to be super useful for if you have the LR Bardock on the team, because obviously that allows you to make easier connections with the key and actually get his 18 key super, which to be fair won't be that difficult on that team anyway, because the Bardock team unsurprisingly share quite a lot of links across the board. So it's going to be that team's going to be very, very good for him. It's a huge shame that they named the new Dokkan Fest Bardock. He's just a base form Bardock to start with, because it would have been really fun to use the LR on this new team. But he's going to be a great addition to the Team Bardock team, so it's going to be pretty cool. The only weird thing actually, because like the Ginyu Force, when it comes to Prime Battle events and like the ones that you know, you have to farm, you can only use drop cards. You could use the Ginyu Force if you used the Namek EZA Gohan, because obviously you can't use the Ginyu Force LR, so you can't use the Team Bardock LR. But there are a couple of drop cards that are pure Saiyan leaders, and of course all of the members of the Bardock squad are on pure Saiyans, so that'll be another interesting drop team that you'll be able to use if you need to still farm up any of the Prime Battle LRs, or whenever a new one comes along. I'll probably do that as a video actually, maybe when a new one does finally come along, I will use the Pure Saiyans lead. I think Prime Battle Vegeta is a Pure Saiyans lead, isn't he? So you could use him along with the Team Bardock squad, because I'm pretty sure he has Saiyan Pride, which every single member of Team Bardock has as well. So that would actually work out quite nicely for those events. I mean, those events are super easy anyway. I think Dragon Ball Seekers is probably one of the most powerful drop teams to use on them. But yeah, so Tora, not a huge amount to say about him. Obviously showcases for support units are always a little bit weird, because you want to put the focus on the new unit that we're showing off, but obviously he really is just a support unit. If you do use him on any of your teams, he's going to be a third slot floating unit. But you know, it is nice that he has that infinite stack, and the little bit of healing will be nice as well, because when we run the Team Bardock team through Super Battle Road, that healing is definitely going to come in handy, because 10% is a pretty reasonable amount, all things considered. So yeah, let's go ahead here and get one last rotation off with you. We'll do this. We do have type advantage over the Vegeta here, but of course, like I said, there's no point really keeping an eye on his attack stat in terms of like when he's got supports or not, because it's just going to keep building up over and over anyway. So 40k from a super's not bad. But yeah, we're still only just over 750,000 and we got 2 support units on the rotation. So obviously he's never going to be the hardest hitter, but he is a very, very good support unit. So he's a very nice addition. The final member is here, and we can now claim the actual LR Team Bardock and jump in and use their team. So let me know what you think of the Tora down below in the comments. How was the drop rate for you? It was an absolute nightmare for me. Oh, actually, last thing just to show, because I have forgotten to do it, because he infinitely stacks his defense and I gave him a lot more additional. Funnily enough, when I was going through his nodes, compared to all the other ones, you can actually give him 15 additional, because I was just clicking through every node and picking additional wherever it was possible, because then my goal was I was then going to do whatever ones you couldn't put as additional as crit, and it turns out you can put them all as additional, so you could literally give him 15 additional if you wanted to. But I think giving him some crit is still better, especially for instances where there's type disadvantage or something. He's obviously never going to deal the most damage, but you want to deal as much damage as you can, so I think that's a good build for him. But let me know what you think down below in the comments. So that is the Tora, that is the full team done, and now we can get on to actually using the Bardock team. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You can follow me on Twitch or join my Discord, the link is in the description below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.